So I want to see if he's a little bit softer side to side with this O-ring than he was yesterday with the D-ring. Okay, bud. Come on. There. Okay. So that's a little red flag right there. He was kind of frozen, kind of shut down. When I asked him to back up, he got a little bothered. Okay. So let me just see here. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way better, but he's not even waiting on me to pull. He's giving to it. So that wasn't necessarily because of the bit. That's just because he remembered it from yesterday. And he wants to be good, don't you? Yes, you do. He wants to be a good boy. There we go. Good. Good. So I'm pretty happy with that. He's pretty soft side to side. Now let's see if he's going to back up now without being bothered. There. Okay. So I was just talking to my intern earlier today about how do you know what to work on when you bring a horse out? How do you know what that session is going to be? And the answer is the horse will tell you. You may think, well, I'm going to work on this thing, but then you find out he's got a problem with the other thing. So you better work on what he's got a problem with. So he had a little bit of problem with backing up there. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was because of the saddle or what his issue was. I don't really know. Gus, stop. But he's having a little trouble with this backup, so I'm just going to work on it. He's snorting a little, not really snorting, but breathing heavy, so it's bothering him. I don't know why, because I did it yesterday and he seemed okay with it. As far as I can recall, he wasn't acting upset about it, but today he is, so, okay. No big deal. So I'm just waiting for him to kind of relax and while he's backing up and not be so upset about it. Oh, back up. There you go. Okay, let me move him out. Okay, there he snorted. That was a kind of a relaxation snort. He'll snort when his emotions are coming down, not just when they're going up. Okay. All right. So I have done some of this before. What I'm about to do, which is, I've done a lot of this right here. He handled that fine. I'm going to ask him to yield his hips, because that's my leg when I'm riding this horse, and if that bothers him, it does just a little bit. Remember, this horse was kind of flinchy. So see that? So I don't want to get on a horse that's bothered by that right there, because at some point I'm going to stick my foot back there and thump him and say, do something. And he needs to be okay with it. It's not going to hurt him. We're just telling this horse, all this stuff you think is going to hurt you is not going to hurt you. That's all we're doing. It ain't rocket science. We're just showing him this stuff isn't going to hurt you. You're okay. You're all right. Don't get all bent out of shape about it. And yesterday was real flinchy when I did it up on his shoulder, and today it's better. He just bothered a little bit, but it's not nearly as much. Okay, now I'm going to ask him to move without getting upset. Good. See, that's exactly what I want right there. There, thank you. Whew, that's what I want. I just want you to respond to the cue and not get all bothered by it. There you go. There, good boy. There, good boy. There, good boy. Same thing from the other side. So about the same. He's flinching a bit, kind of moving when I'm back here by his flanks and onto his hip, which is farther back than my foot would actually reach. But either way, he needs to be okay with it. There we go. So if something bothers your horse, just keep doing it till they get over it. Okay, however long that takes. It's however long it takes. See, that's him kind of flinching there on that hip. See if he does it. And part of that is he's got a lot of fat there. This horse out of shape. Look how flabby he is. I need to send you to the gym, buddy. Some of that's just his fat wiggling. Okay. I didn't realize that. Now that was a flinch right there. Okay. So I don't want to get on a horse that's flinchy. That's just him telling me he's not okay. And I would be foolish to ignore that. There you go. Okay, now, would you move that for me, please? There, thank you. Thank you. Just move it around. So he's overreacting a little bit to this, but not bad. Okay. Now, can he handle that? I don't think I've done this before. A lot of horses get really bothered when you bring that stirrup out to the side like that. But you know, my leg's going to be up here flopping around. Okay. So yeah, he's telling me he's not quite ready to ride. He needs another day or two of this stuff here, in the way I look at it. I'm going to put some weight on him here in a minute, and I need to probably work him a little bit more from above. I did it yesterday sitting on the fence. I think I did the first day I put it on video. And I've done it from horseback a couple of times, and I probably need to do some more of that. Just kind of a little more prep work with him. Again, it's not bad, but it needs to get better. Okay. Let's try that from this side. Okay, well, I bothered him worse on this side than it did on the right. Interesting. So just do it till he gets over it. There. And I've had horses take off and run off when I do this. There, good. Can you yield that hip for me? Okay. Okay. So that's something you wouldn't do with a baby colt, but he already knows that. Okay. So get him. There's a big breath. There's a lick and chew. Get him, tense him up, get him scared, help him get over it. Tense him up, get him scared, help him get over it. So, you know, I've done this, I think this is 8 or 9 hours, so I've probably tensed him up and let him relax probably over 100 times. Okay, and that tarp is blowing right behind him. I don't know if you can see it, but the wind picked up. And that tarp's about 6 feet behind his hip, and it started flapping. But, you know, he noticed it, but he didn't overreact to it. So that's pretty good. Okay. Okay. All right, so I don't have my spurs on. I took them off. And I did this part yesterday. His neck is so short, I can't hardly grab him up here. I did this part yesterday, but I didn't actually swing over. Okay, so here's what I'm wondering. Will he move over? I just touch him with my toe. And he did, but he got a little bothered by it. Okay, so let's do it again. So try to figure out ways you can scare your horse without getting yourself hurt. Okay, you know, get him over this stuff. There you go. See, you can do that. Just move that hip without making a big thing about it. There. And again, if he jumped and went crazy or whatever, I just step off. Even old grandpas can do that. There, he licks his lips. There you go. So, you know, my buddy DeLaws Lindsay out in New Mexico, who trains a lot of Mustangs, and he and I were talking about just this basic concept. And I said, what do you think horses are thinking when we do something that bothers them? He said, I think the main thing they're thinking is, can I survive this? Can I live through it? So, you know, that seems a little bit, to us, that seems extreme, like, oh, come on, you know? But if that's what he's thinking, when I touch him with my boot down here, and actually I'm going to move him away from that tarp. I don't need that extra stimulus. It's just one more thing to bother him I don't really want right at the moment. I can bring him over here and do this. So if I touch him with my boot and it scares him, then his instinct is, can I live through this? Is this going to kill me? What is that thing touching me down there in that sensitive area? Okay. There we go. Good. That was much better. That was much better. That time he just moved over and didn't get bothered by it. All right. There. There you go. I almost stepped off. If he had spun a little bit faster, just for my own safety, I would have stepped off. But he didn't. Okay. So. There. There we go. That one was pretty good. That one was pretty good. 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 Let him lick his lips. Okay, so that's probably my session with him for today. I'm pretty happy with everything. Like I say, there's still some more stuff, some more desensitizing I want to do before I actually ride him. And hopefully tomorrow I can get him in the round pen if the water drains a little. Because I do want to do this in the round pen if at all possible, just because it's a more of a enclosed environment. And I think he can handle it a little better, and I feel a little better in there too. So stay with us with this journey with Jacob.